This guy makes some goated videos. I'm just getting ready to stream, boys.
A common theme. Uma Musume.
I was meaning to watch these videos, so... Okay, let's go Rice Shower and Dead Side Suzuka and then Haruura. Okay. Learn the lore with me, my guys. Learn the lore with me. I mean, it should be fine. I don't need to change the title. I think it makes sense. As long as it's about horse girls, I doubt YouTube and stuff is gonna fuck me over. Alright, time for the horse girl lore. Also, speaking which, how's your day, Jinxer? I didn't ask, are you streaming right now, actually? Oops, let's overcharge. Let me charge this. But yeah, please subscribe to Pre-Hings. Pre-Hicks. You know what? I'm just not gonna bother saying the name. God damn it. I can't. Wait, why is it? I'm pretty sure I subscribed to you already. Oh, I guess it's just not. It didn't like register, I guess. You don't think she is? Okay. Well, I was asking because if she was or you were streaming Helia, I would just raid you guys, but it's okay. I'll find some people to raid later on. But yeah, I'm gonna. This is a wind down time because honestly, I'm tired. I don't wanna stream for too long. It's gonna be 11 soon anyway, so let's just watch some fucking lore. I just wanna watch some fucking lore with you guys. All right.
What does it mean to win? In Uma Musume, it means placing first in your race.
I'm gonna get copyrighted, by the way.
Sometimes
by
having
all
respective
this
races,
shown.
and other times someone can challenge their position, upsetting the odds and emerging victorious.
Oh,
But what happened?
I'm sorry, but yeah, I forgot. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no. Oh yeah, speaking of which, after this stream, we can chat on the on voice chat actually, Helia. If you're okay with that, by the way, only if you want to, it's fine. We can hold it off tomorrow or some other day if possible. Oh, is okay? Okay, got it. After this 3 videos, let's talk. We talk about the collab. I'm really excited for that Ace Attorney, bro. Like, I'm so hyped. I'm finally done, especially since I'm done with Liza B. I can free up my schedule and go back to Persona, go back to playing maybe some Baldur's Gate, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just wanted to finish Liza P because, god damn it, it's it's so fucking, it's like much shorter, but it is hard, so it is a total ride for sure. But now it's done, you know, it's done now, so I can finally go back and finish some other games that I've started and haven't picked up. And I do want to prioritize on those games. I'm probably not gonna pick up a new game aside from the Gate Ace Attorney, of course. Obviously, I really want to play that game right now, honestly. But I'm not gonna pick up any more new games and stuff because there really is no point. Like, I have so many things I need to finish. Anyway,
when this individual fears the results of winning, instead of embracing victory, she rather shies away from it. In finding strength to win against all odds, she's instead saddened by the dreams of others she's tarnished.
My goat McQueen.
And Uma with a pure heart, who truly wants to see everyone happy, even at the cost of her own. This is the story of Rice Shower, personified in Uma Musume from a tragic story of real-life events. Rice Shower is a racehorse named after the tradition of rice throwing at weddings in Japan, a symbol of good luck in Japanese culture.
Okay.
His first race was on August 8, 1991 at the
Nagita
racecourse.
Like, her
Rice
name is
Shower
based
was
on
first in this race,
traditional rice
instantly captivating an
throwing
audience
in
of
Japan
onlookers.
for weddings.
Though his second race would end at the back of the pack, The next race Rice Shower participated in on September 21st,
Yo, Emmy, how are you?
1991.
Hold on, I'm sorry for stopping the video, but I gotta shout out my favorite pamangkin. I mean, so they're playing Limbus Company, another gacha game, which I probably will not be playing because I don't want to get into more gacha games. I'll make Uma Musume the one and only gacha game that I'm gonna be playing.
Would be another victory for
But
the
how are you,
newcomer.
Emmy?
This time,
You're just watching
Rice
some
Shower
horse
claimed victory
girl
at the
lore?
1991 Fuyo Stakes, held at the Nakayama racecourse. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, Pyrex,
There it is,
this
Harura!
seems like a simple story of a new racehorse building an audience by seizing victory.
Oh, you wake up from
Though
a snow
you're
nap?
not wrong in this
I hope you
statement.
had a nice nap.
It's
Okay?
the career wins that come next that will make Rice Shower infamous in the racing world. From October 1991 to 1992, Rice Shower competed in a total of 6 additional races,
Shake your
placing
tail,
second or
shake
below
your
at
tail.
each one. It would be at the Kika show race held in Kyoto
God
that
damn
would
it.
shake the racing world in Japan. Just like in Uma Musume, the real-life counterparts also had a hierarchy of favoritism on who would come out on top. For this race, held on November 8,
MLP for
1992,
real, like,
Rice Shower was
no
the
matter
second
how
favorite to win.
how
The favorite
much
of the
I
Kika
try,
show
I
was
can
Mihono
never escape
Bourbon,
the horse
the
girls.
Rito-based racehorse with an undefeated race history up until this point. From Bourbon's debut in 1991 up until the Kika show, he remained a strong pillar, a hometown hero for the Kyoto area. Rice Shower, having trained in the East, was widely seen as an invader from Kanto, a narrative driven by the media mainly to drum up drama and hype
Dude,
around
that's
the highly
so
anticipated race.
fucked up. Why would you do
Even in
this?
the anime,
He's just
all
a
the
poor
Umas may
horse.
have
God damn
rivalries,
it.
but they're never malicious towards one another.
Man,
This
there's
is
so many
another
Yuri
example of
moments
that
in this
sense.
fucking anime.
All the
I can
coverage of
I
this
can
race
feel it.
garnered countless eyes of the hometown hero versus the foreign invader. I've tried to find
Man,
footage
there's
of this race in
xenophobia in
particular,
Japan,
but
guys.
all that
That's
remains
just
are
how
records
it
of the final outcome.
If you
Rice
think
Shower
Japan
would
is like
upset all
a paradise
odds,
for
placing
you,
first
for all
in
the
the
weebs
Kika
out
show.
there,
This would come as a major blow to fans of the fan favorite, Mihono Bourbon. For context, Bourbon had competed in a total of 4 races previously against Rice Shower, placing
Okay.
first in every single one. So it comes as no surprise that he'd be the fan favorite at the Kiko show. This would
yes.
also be Bourbon's
Makes
final
sense.
race in their career, ending an undefeated legacy shattered by an invader from the East. An
Holy
overall
shit.
race record of 7-1 over the course of 8 races total. After the major upset of the Kiko show, Rice Shower raced in 3 more competitions from December 1992 to March 1993. Aside from the Nikkei show, held on March 21st, 1993, Rice Shower would have an unremarkable performance after defeating Bourbon. Then, the sun rose over the Kyoto racetrack once more on April 25th, 1993. Just like before, Rice Shower was seen as the second favorite to win this race. Once again, bested by popular vote by another Rito racehorse. This time, on the same race course that Rice Shower defeated Bourbon on, he'd be
Mejuro
racing
McQueen.
against Mejuro McQueen.
Mejuro McQueen.
This race is actually depicted in the anime, and truly personifies the reason why Rice Shower acts the way she does both in the series and in Uma Musume Pretty Derby. If you haven't trained Rice Shower, I'll give it to you as simply as I can.
I like how they run in
She
idle
is
outfits.
incredibly difficult to train. Rice Shower in the anime is very hard on herself and sees any misfortunes that fall on others as a fault of her own. There are events in the game where she'll attribute any negative happening to anyone as her own personal fault. Even with her outwardly kind-hearted exterior and determination to win, instead of cheers, the audience remained a distant murmur. Rice Shower, when racing against McQueen in the Tenno show, would once again upset all odds, toppling yet another racehorse with an impressive track record. Though not as impressive as Bourbon's, McQueen had claimed several first-place finishes and had risen to being a fan favorite. To many, McQueen was the one who toppled the invader from the east who stole Bourbon's final win. This race, once again, is shown in full in the anime. As another fun fact, Uma Musume actually adapts the real-life lines from commentators of the race. To say this was a major upset would be a drastic understatement. It was a devastating blow to the pride of the West. Not once, but twice, had Rice Shower assassinated the victory of the hometown heroes he raced against.
I hate
This
this.
earned Rice Shower the nickname Black Assassin, and
Okay, I'm
began
gonna
the
save it for later.
solidification of his infamy on the racetrack. In the anime, fans comment on how Rice Shower will be the heel once again, directly taking inspiration from real-life events. Rice Shower, both in Uma Musume and in real life,
The
is
heel? Come
often
on,
labeled
guys.
as a heel who shattered others' dreams. In the anime,
Dude, this
Rice
is a
Shower states
competition.
mid-race
Like,
that
come
she
on.
won't be the heel, but instead, the hero. With this, Rice Shower passes McQueen with the final spurt of the race, taking victory
You got this,
over
Rice
yet
Shower,
another
baby!
fan favorite. The audience didn't cheer, didn't clap, but instead began booing Rice Shower. Distant murmurs can be heard of a disappointed audience who were unsatisfied with the final outcome. Rice Shower, in the anime, had set a record time, which also reflects real-life events once more. Despite the record-setting race, and the amazing performance, Rice Shower received nothing but glaring eyes from the audience. Though McQueen and a few others clapped for her in the anime, it can't shake the feeling Rice has from taking yet another person's dream away from them. When retreating away from the racetrack, Rice is clearly disheveled. She had won the race, but still had upset thousands of people who were there to witness her loss. The beautiful thing about Uma Musume is how they show the next scene. It isn't a random trainer nor Uma that comes to comfort Rice. It is instead Mihono Bourbon, the very same one who Rice defeated at the Kika show. Instead of glorifying her own win, Rice Shower is completely devastated.
優勝おめでとう、ライス。
Yeah, this is totally gonna get me copyrighted for real though. Holy shit. I'm gonna remove this shit.
勝負ですからね。誰かが勝てば、誰かは傷つき、夢破れる。そういうものです。ブーイングって痛いですね。
It really sucks though.
痛かったです。ブーイングはチャレンジャーの勲章です。傷つく必要はありません。でもいつかこれが歓喜と祝福の声になる日は必ず来ます。あなたが勝ち続ければきっと。
Damn, the Yuri moment goes hard.
あなたの名前
Holy
は
shit.
ライスシャワーなんですから。
Dude, I need to get
Even
Rice
after
Shower
all
and
the
then pair
effort she
these
put into
two
winning,
in
all
the
the
fucking
countless hours she
race.
spent training, she felt guilty for toppling others' dreams. In every race that we run with our Umas, that's something else to think about. With the victory you claim, it shatters the hopes of another. This is the reality of competition, as Bourbon states. In
Dude,
the anime, Rice
that's just
Shower
the way
and
of
Bourbon
life,
are actually
bro.
very close friends, and the spirit of competition is only present when they're on the racetrack. It's an uplifting choice of direction to depict these two being so close despite the major upset that came with Bourbon's defeat. Though this is a beautiful ending in the animated Rice Shower story, the real-life counterpart of this Uma had a far sadder ending. Following the Tenno show, Rice Shower would continue to race, but would have an unremarkable placement for the next 9 races he participated in, ranging from September of 1993 to March of 1995. This only solidified Rice Shower's image of ruining greatness due to his major wins being upsets like McQueen's and Bourbon's.
Yes, that is so true,
Then
Big Jenks.
came yet another major event in Rice Shower's career.
I'll talk about it after
On April
the
23rd of
video finishes.
1995, Rice Shower competed in the Spring Tenno show. Once more, on the very same racetrack where Rice shattered the dreams of many. During this time, the Kansai region had been recovering from a devastating Hushin earthquake which occurred in
Holy
January.
shit.
A mourning region watched as Rice Shower began the race at the Spring Tenno show. At the final spurt, once more, Rice Shower seized another victory in the Kyoto racecourse. Instead of receiving silence and boos, this time, Rice Shower was greeted with the applause and outward cries of the audience. This victory meant a lot for the Kansai region, and stood as a source of hope and inspiration for a grieving region. With the legacy that began in upset, Rice Shower now has solidified himself
You're welcome
as a
back, Neon.
hero. Due to Rice Shower's rising popularity, he was considered to be placed in the Takarazuka Kinen race. Due to unstable conditions at the Hashin racecourse, the Takarazuka was moved to Kyoto, the place where Rice Shower had been both a savior and a spoiler. Previously, Rice Shower, as per their handler's choice,
Yes,
were
we're
planning
learning
to
some horse
retire him
girl up.
after the Spring Tenno show. However, seeing the public support of the racehorse caused them to reconsider.
Wait,
So, on
Yo,
June 4th,
are you kidding
1995,
me?
Rice
He was Rice Shower was supposed to retire, and then but at some point they were like, actually, they're getting more popular. Let's keep getting him to keep running. And now what happened, bro?
Shower would
Oh
take the
my God,
racehorse once
they
more.
were close for
With countless fans
retirement,
supporting him,
bro. Oh no,
Rice Shower and his jockey, Matoba, planned to give it their all once again.
shit,
Sadly,
bro.
though,
Fucking hell, this
this would
sucks.
be Rice Shower's final race, and the final time anyone would see Rice Shower alive. Matoba, Rice Shower's jockey, stated following this race that he could sense something was off. This was not the time to win, but to instead tread lightly. The safety of Rice Shower was his top priority. However, Rice Shower had other plans in mind.
Yeah, I already know about the
As
top
Matoba
building.
attempted to keep Rice Shower at the back of the pack, after the third turn, he suddenly accelerated by himself. This resulted in Rice Shower tripping, sending Matoba off the horse. As the race continued, one of the most tragic outcomes unfolded for this newfound hero. Rice Shower had suffered a comminuted fracture on his front leg and foot, as well as a dislocation. In most cases, horses are moved
God.
off the racetrack and tend to away from the racecourse. Sadly, the injuries were too severe to even move Rice Shower, and so a curtain was placed around Rice Shower, and he was euthanized on the very racetrack that made him a hero. Matoba,
So
though
fucking
injured,
tragic.
remained by Rice Shower, witnessing the whole process unfold. When Rice Shower's body was carried away, Matoba bowed deeply for his longtime partner. Rice Shower's groom, Kawashima, could not stop crying at the sudden loss. A symbol of hope who brought many newfound inspiration, had been snuffed out at the very same racetrack which garnered him so much love and hatred. Unsurprisingly, Rice Shower's death became the headline news in Japan's sports, and several monuments were created in honor of him. One in Utopia Farm, where Rice Shower was born, and the other at the Kyoto racecourse. At the end of the year in 1995, the JRA gave a special award to Rice Shower, commemorating the racehorse, and in 2010, Kikasho was also renamed to the Rice Shower Memorial. Fans gathered to
Holy
this day to pay their respects to Rice Shower, displaying their gratitude and mourning his loss. Though Rice Shower sadly met a tragic demise, the legacy of this racehorse lives on both in the hearts of his dedicated fans and personified as a kind-hearted Uma in Uma Musume. So, the next time Rice Shower gives you a little trouble while training, keep this video in mind. The legacy of this horse is shaped after one of many ups and downs. This was the story of Rice Shower, a racehorse forever remembered by many in Japan, one who both stole dreams and inspired them, who invoked hatred and hope. Who would you like to see next on this series? This was a very rough ride to write.
That was a sad fucking story. Man, fucking sucks, dude. You didn't deserve it, and the fact, the worst part of it all is the fact that, man, it just sucks. They, Rice was about to retire, dude. The horse was about to be retired, but then they kept them racing because they were getting popularity. Like shit, God, it sucks. Could have just lived on after being known as a hero, and then finally maybe settle down, get to be a little bit of like a breeding horse, like a fucking gold tree, but it sucks. And I just guess this is how it is sometimes. To achieve your dream in competition, you must stomp the dreams of others. That is definitely the truest thing, Big Chunks. It really sucks that some people get booed just because, oh, we wanted you to win. Wait, we wanted you to lose because we want this other person to win type shit. And I get that, but I think you should celebrate people who win regardless, especially if they're not even being assholes about it. Right? But yeah, it sucks. Sucks regardless. Well, I think it's only 10:42. I think I can only go for one more though. Well, this is 5 minutes. I think it's possible.
A common theme in Uma Musume is
Thanks.
inspiration of past generations. In previous videos, we've covered the inspiration of Tokai Teo by Simbali Rudolph.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Like, what are we gonna do? Just look, because the reason why they were booing. Okay, this is the context. The reason why they booed Rice Shower is because they wanted their favorite, Mihono Bourbon to win. Why? Because she was about to also retire. She was about to retire, and is a legend. Because if they win that one, they would get their triple crown, right? But apparently, she didn't win. The real Mihono Bourbon is a guy horse, but I'm just gonna say she because it makes easier for me. Okay, easier for me. But yeah, she didn't get her triple crown because of Rice Shower. Rice Shower stopped the legend right there. She was about to make history. Basically, that's the reason why they hated Rice Shower, because they ruin like a legend in the making. But the problem is, what's the point of a legend that was handed the win, right? Like, I feel like that sucks. Like, if you really deserve to be the legend, you just need to straight up win. Like, no excuses. If the other horse just did better, and that's just how it is. You just didn't deserve that legend, right? Like, what? Just because like, for example, Blaz from in Street Fighter 6 Capcom Cup, I really wanted Blaz to win, but he lost. He lost against the one who won, Kakeru, and if he had Blaz won, it would have been such a monumental legend. Like, a fucking, like, how old was he? 13 years old or some shit like that. Like shit, he's not even old enough to drink, bro. But he almost made it. He almost won $1 million for playing Street Fighter 6. But he didn't. He didn't get that legend, right? But he did. If he tried his best, and Kakeru, what is Kakeru just gonna roll over and die? No, he's got a fucking ring to buy. God damn it, he needed to buy a ring for his goddamn wife, right? He's like 17. Yeah, see, dude, it's so crazy. He could have been a 17-year-old with $1 million, bro. And it would have been so cool if that really happened. But again, only if it deserved, right? Like, what is Kakeru just gonna roll over and just let himself lose? No, he needs to win too. And he needs to try his best to win too. And they clash, and Kakeru just won. As simple as that, right? No hard feelings and all that stuff. He might have ruined a legend in the making, a monumental story of a 17-year-old winning $1 million for playing Street Fighter. But if he truly did deserve it, he would have just won straight up. But I think the nerves got him. And honestly, Kakeru got the wife buff. To be honest, he wanted that fucking wedding ring for his wife. God damn it. So honestly, he deserved the win. Kakeru was playing out of his fucking mind too. Like, I glaze Blaz, but honestly, Kakeru was cracked during that entire tournament run. So he deserved it. He deserved that win.
Nod to real life events and a source of motivation for Teo to try her absolute best. In doing so, Teo would inspire the main characters of Season 3, Kita-san Black and Satono Diamond. Though their stories will be saved for future videos to
everyone
come,
wants me to pull
today
for his
I
fucking
wanted to
card.
focus on a Season 1 fan favorite from the anime, one who inspired Special Week and became her closest friend. Once more, just like all Umas, this story is based on real life events. This is a story of Silent Suzuka, the runaway from another dimension who dominated the race course.
The runaway.
Silent Suzuka was born on May 1st, 1994, in the town of Biratori, Hokkaido. Just like our previous video with Tokai Teo, Silent Suzuka was a stallion with a legacy continued on from his sire. Suzuka's sire was Sunday Silence, an American
Sunday
racehorse
Silence.
who retired with a total of 10 races, with the lowest placement being second out of all of them. Interestingly, despite
Damn,
being a
that's
horse
a
from
really
the
good
United
track record.
States, Sunday Silence would find himself venturing to Japan. Several factors played a role in Sunday Silence's transfer to Japanese soil. At the time, Sunday Silence was named Horse of the Year in 1989 after winning the Kentucky Derby. Due to the dominating record of Sunday's career, it caught the attention of Zenga Yoshida, a prominent Japanese breeder who had already invested in Sunday Silence. Arthur Hancock III, the owner of the farm Sunday Silence was born on, was struggling with financial difficulties at the time. Due to this, and lack of interest from American breeders, Yoshida would claim ownership of Sunday Silence, taking him back to Japan. This wasn't to race Sunday, but instead to make him a breeding stud for future race horses. Low interest was also present in America due to an injury Sunday sustained following his retirement.
Kaketeo?
Ironically,
Man, that's a cool
the same decorated
story.
horse who has met with
I'll
skepticism from American breeders
totally watch
would lead to
that
be
at
one of
some
the most
point.
successful sires
But
for
I'm
the
probably
future of
gonna skip
Japanese
that
horse racing.
now. I'll probably
Silent
just
Suzuka
finish
would
this
debut
one
on
and
February
maybe
1st,
Harura.
1997 in Kyoto. Suzuka would take first place in this race, catching the eye of spectators with his debut. This wasn't a normal victory that people would see from a maiden race, but instead a complete blowout. Silent Suzuka would win this 1600-meter race by 7 whole lengths, a dominating performance of speed on a turf-based racecourse. Even from an early age, Suzuka showed promise on turf-based tracks. This race would make Silent Suzuka a fan favorite. However, unlike his maiden debut, the remainder of the year wouldn't be so impactful. Over the following races that Suzuka would participate in, ranging from March 2nd, 1997 to December 14th, 1997, we'd see Suzuka experience highs and lows of his racing career. Suzuka would only win 2 of the 8 following races, with the lowest placement being 15 at the Mile Championships in Kyoto. This, surprisingly enough, is all too common for Japanese racehorses. As I stated in previous videos,
yes.
the odds of a horse winning a
Yo,
race...
Bandit, I know I've been seeing you do those tweets about Uma Musume, dude. My favorite Uma is Haru Urara, the goat. Dude, I need to make the ultimate Haru Urara, but I need to raise up my other parents for her to be able to make the ultimate Urara for sure.
at all is already slim to begin with. Most horses don't even reach 10 total races in their career, let alone persevere past that point. Suzuka's 1997 race history has a multitude of factors that led to losing the race. In the
Brother, I played nothing but this game at 50 hours. Yeah, man. Dude, I've been playing this game when I go to work and go back home from work. It's so fucking fun, right? Usually, I don't know if I plan to stream this game that much because I prefer to just kind of like do it on my off time. You know what I'm saying? Like I do want to continue playing this game. It's just that I don't know if I want to keep streaming the game. Like I don't really know what to show, you know. Am I just gonna keep cheering on my horse and be an absolute nuisance at home, like people hearing me cheer like crazily to a bunch of virtual horses? You know, so I don't know
Yayoi show,
where I'll
Suzuka's
do
second
more,
race,
but
held on March 2nd,
yeah,
1997.
maybe I'll stream like when I decide to do a Haru Ura, like the ultimate run to make the ultimate Haru Ura to make her win Arima Kenan or something. I already won the Ura final with Urara, although I haven't won the Arima Kenan with her, which is apparently possible. You can do it. You just need to build her in a way that she would be able to win, and I want to do it so badly. Yeah, Same's just been sitting here shouting at the screen by myself. I know, right? Dude, this game is fucking something else. I also made my own club, by the way. JoJo, it's called JoJo SBR. It's kind of full now. Surprise, honestly. I didn't think anyone would be joining my fucking club. This is just a chill club. No one's really like out here doing like super work or anything. No one's a try hard there, but it's good all you know, regardless. It's just for fun.
Suzuka would go under the gate before the race started,
What the
shaking
hell?
the jockey and resulting in a low placement.
What
After
the
a
fuck?
sequence of 2 wins following the Yayoi show, Suzuka's new aim would be the Tokyo Yushun,
Silent
or the
Suzuka
Japanese
is like,
Derby.
just let me run right
Unfortunately,
now!
Suzuka would once more fall short of victory, placing 9th overall. At Suzuka
You put JoJo in the name and they expect to win. Yeah, I'm going to guess people join in because they just saw JoJo and then they're like, yo, this guy's a base JoJo fan. Nice, let me just join in.
His following race, the Kobe Shimbunhai, he showed promise, hanging towards the front until the home stretch. This seeming victory would be thwarted by Matikane Fukukitaru, who would overtake Suzuka in the final spurt.
Oh,
in the
shit.
two races
I
that
didn't know
followed,
that.
Suzuka would change jockeys from Hiroyuki Uemura, who'd been with Suzuka since his debut, to Hiroshi Kawachi. Hiroyuki would express his grievance with Suzuka failing to cooperate with his instructions.
Oh, shit.
Over the course of multiple races, Suzuka would not respond well to his jockey's commands. This change will result in
Suzuka's
2 more
a
low
rebel.
placements for
Who
Suzuka.
the hell is this horse?
Just like with Hiroyuki, Kawachi
That horse had a cool fucking like purple color with like a gold star. That looks
also
so good.
faced similar issues when trying to work with Suzuka as well. Silent Suzuka would prove to be difficult to work with for yet another jockey, resulting in another set of low placements in future races, these being the Autumn Tenno Show and the Mile Championships held in 1997. In addition to the jockey's difficulty to cooperate with Suzuka, his racing style was also not yet refined as well. Silent Suzuka had an odd racing style where he'd advance to the front of the pack only to lose steam and fall behind as the race continued. Following the string of defeats, Kawachi would be replaced by Yutaka Take, the jockey who, for all but one future race, would be by Suzuka's side as his racing career continued into 1998. This would be the point where Suzuka would go from an average racehorse to one of the greatest horses to ever emerge from Japan. In the anime, Silent Suzuka changes teams from Team Riel to Team Spica, a nod to the exchange of jockeys Suzuka would experience in his real career. In the anime, it is stated that Suzuka disobeyed orders by ignoring her instructions to conserve energy, causing a rift between the trainer and Uma. Another parallel between the anime and real-life events are the circumstances leading up to Suzuka's transfer. The jockeys previous to Take, reflected in Team Riel, will not understand.
My horses are Mihono Bourbon, McQueen, Teiko Teo, El Condor Pasa, Aurora, King Halo, Vodka, Daiwa Scarlet. I'm pretty sure that those are the horses I'm currently using.
How to fully harmonize with Silent Suzuka.
Yeah, you have most of them. What the hell were you doing?
Yet to be seen.
This guy be gambling all his money away.
Reflected in her transfer to Team Spica, would showcase the true potential that Silent Suzuka had, and the perseverance to bring out the absolute best of his racing capabilities. Season 1 of Uma Musume highlights Suzuka's dominating maiden debut and the final 2 races of his career, these being the Mainichi Okan and the Autumn Tenno Show in 1998. In addition to these 2 highlighted races, 1998 would prove to be a dominating year for Silent Suzuka. In the 5 previous races Suzuka participated in, he'd placed first in every single one. Not only this, but in addition to these dominating victories, 2 would be record-setting times. Suzuka's win streak in 1998 would also lead to a surge of interest in Japanese horse racing overall. The period in which Suzuka raced would be dubbed as the Golden Age for race horses, with Suzuka being a major driving factor in revitalizing the popularity of the sport. Suzuka wasn't only winning races, but doing so by a wide margin against his competitors. This would earn Suzuka the title of being the runaway from another dimension, and on May 30th, 1998, that title would prove fitting for Silent Suzuka. At this point, Suzuka remained as an undefeated racehorse for 3 consecutive races in a row, these being the Valentine Stakes, Nakayama Kinen, and the Kokura Daishin, where Suzuka would set a record time. Popularity for Suzuka had already skyrocketed, resulting in high favor for Suzuka to win the upcoming G2 race. Despite Suzuka's popularity, the pool of horses he'd compete against were a very strong roster in their own regard. Suzuka would be put against multiple racehorses with winning streaks of their own, most notably Taiki Eldorado and Midnight Bet. For context, the Kinko Show, the race Suzuka would participate in, had a record time of 2 minutes 1.4 seconds. This meant that in order to ensure victory, Suzuka would need to at least cross the finish line by the 2-minute mark. No one would expect just how much lower Suzuka would set this time. Suzuka's running style is a gamble in itself, a risky method that has a horse sprint at full speed right out of the gate. Utilization of this technique, dubbed as the runaway method, were used by horses who either disliked physical fights or had a strong desire to run ahead of the pack. For Silent Suzuka, his reason would be the latter. Despite the risky method, Suzuka remained at the front of the pack by a large margin. This race will result in
Look at that
Suzuka's final
fucking
time
gap
being
right
1
there.
minute and
Holy
57
shit.
seconds, with Midnight Bet, the second place recipient, clocking in a time of 1 minute and 59 seconds. Silent Suzuka has set a dominating record time, beating Bet by distance, with the official documentation
Yo,
stating by
Midnight
11
Bet,
horse
is
lengths.
that in
This
the game
victory
too?
would
Is
solidify
Midnight Bet in the
Suzuka's
game?
fourth consecutive win in 1998. On July 12th of the same year, Suzuka would compete in the Takarazuka Kinen, a G1 race that would truly test Suzuka's fighting spirit. Up until this point in his career, Suzuka had yet to claim a victory in a G1 competition, with the previous 4 victories being either G2 or G3 races. This race would also prove difficult due to Take being unable to jockey Suzuka. Originally, due to the distance of the Takarazuka Kinen, Silent Suzuka's handler would opt to not race him and instead plan to set the goal of winning the Autumn Tenno show later on in the year. Due to this, Take would instead jockey Air Groove for the Takarazuka Kinen.
Groove.
This was the plan, until by sudden request of Suzuka's owner, he was suddenly registered for the G1 race.
Wow,
Due to the
really
short time
now?
between registration and the race day, Suzuka was paired with Katsumi Minai. Worry quickly circulated due to Suzuka's history of previous handlers and if he'd be able to squeeze a victory with Katsumi as his jockey. Luckily for Suzuka, Katsumi was a well-seasoned jockey who had worked with multiple famous racehorses, most notably Tamamo Cross and Oguri Cap. Even with the new jockey, Suzuka would manage to claim a victory for his 5th consecutive race in a row. Katsumi had later recounted that it was as if the horse ran on his own. The harmonization between jockey and racehorse was clearly present, and Katsumi highly rated Suzuka's overall capabilities on the racetrack. By this point, Suzuka was able to control his pace much more effectively, reducing the probability of running out of stamina mid-race. Suzuka would instead sprint at high speed right out of the gate, slow down and regain stamina midway through, and spurt on the final straight. With this being the final G1 victory for Katsumi Minai,
Man, I wonder how
he retired
riding
shortly
a
after the
horse feels
Takarazuka
like.
Kinen, aiding
Probably
Suzuka to
really
maintain his
difficult
chain of
for
first
sure.
place finishes. Following the Takarazuka Kinen, Suzuka would participate in the Mainichi Crown. As stated previously, a race that was showcased in Uma Musume Season 1. Silent Suzuka will be put once more against a set of strong competitors. In this race, most notably, Grass Wonder and El Condor Pasa. This race was broadcasted to over 130,000 people.
It's a lot of fun. No,
despite
have
it
you
being a
read
G2 race.
a horse
As
for it? That's
personified
really
in the
cool.
anime, Silent Suzuka would once more show clear domination in this race, beating both Grass Wonder and El Condor Pasa by a decent margin.
Yo, you've
In
tried it?
post-interviews
That's so
held
cool,
with
Spyro.
Pasa's jockey, he would state that it was as if he couldn't even step on Suzuka's shadow, showcasing the sheer strength that Suzuka had to maintain a lead over strong competitors. This victory would mark Suzuka's 6th consecutive win in 1998, but would have much deeper meaning to Japanese horse racing. At the time, there was an order in place to protect Japan's domestic horse racing industry. A rule had been established preventing foreign imported horses from participating in G1 races. This was to avoid the now common practice of purchasing overseas horses for a cheap price that displayed strong pedigrees and racing potential. Both El Condor Pasa and Grass Wonder were product of this practice. The fear was present that with an influx of foreign horses, the reputation of Japanese ranches would plummet as well as the training methods native to the Japanese people. Silent Suzuka
Okay,
would
fair
shatter
enough,
these
I
notions
guess.
with his dominating victory at the Mainichi Okan, proving once more that horses born and raised in Japan could very well be fierce competitors in their own regard.
Man,
This
I believe
victory
it.
would serve
Japan
as an
was really about to
opportunity
be
to lift the ban
xenophobic
on
with the
foreign horses
too.
participating in
Holy crap.
G1 races. Silent Suzuka's career was at an all-time high, but unfortunately, this would be where his luck would run out. With a staggering growth in popularity and thousands of adoring fans, Silent Suzuka will participate in the Autumn Tenno show. Suzuka had previously participated in the Autumn Tenno show a year prior. However, he had an unremarkable placement, finishing 6th overall. This time, Yutaka Take and Suzuka went into the race with high spirits, ready to show the audience yet another dominating victory. This would mark Suzuka's 7th consecutive win overall if he were to place first in this race. At the start of the race, as the anime and real footage showcased, Suzuka wasn't only in the lead, but was in the lead by an incredibly large margin. The JRA race footage shows that Suzuka was so far in front of the pack that even a wide shot of all the competitors could barely capture Suzuka's staggering lead. This was met with cheers
What
for
a
Suzuka
lead.
to set yet another dominant victory once more. However, as Suzuka continued to run, everything suddenly changed.
Shit.
Suzuka began to decelerate, slowly
Oh
grinding
my
to
God.
a halt as his competitors passed him. In the anime, Suzuka also runs irregularly, as if she lost her balance and tempo. Mid-race, Suzuka had fractured his left front leg, rendering him unable to finish the race. An injury mid-race can be dangerous for both the horse and their jockey. An example of this would be Rice Shower's mid-fracture causing his jockey, Matoba,
Look
to
at that
sustain
fall.
injury
That
at the
was-
fall.
oh.
Suzuka, despite being injured, didn't topple and fall, but instead, as Take describes, it was as if Suzuka had attempted to protect him, trying all he could to not cause Take injury with a high-speed tumble. Race records for Suzuka show that he
What a
did not
fine
finish his
horse.
race, and instead was transported off the racetrack for further examination. Later analysis of this footage revealed that this injury could have been avoided. It seemed as though Suzuka had run faster than his body could handle, and the repeated stress on his leg finally gave way. In the anime, we see Silent Suzuka begin to recover from these injuries and eventually return to the track once again. But this is all to pay respect to Silent Suzuka's legacy. It's common belief that horses will rebel and buckle if they feel threatened, or accelerate irregularly if their jockeys can't control them. This, however, was not the case for Suzuka. Take and Suzuka had an extensive history together, and encountered little to no conflict when on the racecourse. Even recounts from Take reveal that Suzuka didn't show any signs of irregularity in behavior, he just accelerated on his own. This led many to believe that Suzuka simply wanted to see how fast he could go, which, once more, is clearly personified in Uma Musume. Unfortunately, at the age of 4 years old, Silent Suzuka,
Just 4 years
due to
old?
his injury in the Autumn Tenno show, would be euthanized, ending a career with an undefeated year of racing. Unsurprisingly, this event came as a major shock to fans of Japanese horse racing. A Fuji TV announcer's phrase, "the Sunday of Silence," would become the symbol of this tragedy. The Autumn Tenno show would take place on November 1st, 1998, which fell on a Sunday. This phrase, "the Sunday of Silence," would pay respects to the day of Suzuka's passing,
Yo, Arison,
and also
what's
the
up, man?
legacy that he came from, being an offspring of Sunday's silence. To many, Suzuka's abrupt death was one of the biggest what-ifs in horse racing history. Suzuka had finally found a style which suited him, a jockey who he trusted dearly, and had gained the adoration of thousands. All these achievements alongside the prospect of even more wins snuffed out in an instant. Uma Musume did a great job with showcasing Suzuka's legacy in the anime. As mentioned earlier, instead of simply writing Suzuka out of the series, she instead remains a motivator for Special Week and the rest of Team Spica. Uma Musume tends to shy away from creating scenarios that didn't occur in real-life records, but instead aim to honor the legacy that was left behind by racehorses who met an abrupt end. Silent Suzuka and Rice Shower are both examples of this. Although they still exist in the series, their stories have ended long ago. A touching legacy hidden in the anime is Special Week and Suzuka's friendship. This is a nod to Take's following race in the Autumn Tenno show, where alongside Special Week, Take would bring home a first-place finish a year after Suzuka's tragic incident. A touching legacy displayed by a tight bond that these two Umas share while training in Tracen Academy. Suzuka's legacy is also highlighted in Uma Musume Pretty Derby, where the final race in her career before the Ura finale is the Autumn Tenno show, giving players a chance to allow her to finish a race that she never would. The impact of Suzuka's death hit people incredibly hard. A recount from Junko Hosoe, a race commentator who also appears in Uma Musume, states that people flooded the phone lines of the JRA Tokyo racecourse, all inquiring if Suzuka was okay. Amazingly, the JRA did not turn these callers
This kind of
away.
thing does
The internet
give
wasn't
me
as
some
widespread
hope
at
with
this time,
humanity.
so instead, the
when stuff
JRA
like this
spent the
happen.
entire day relaying Suzuka's situation to concerned fans, urging them to pray for Suzuka's swift recovery. Suzuka's passing also led to the creation of memorials and even a dedicated song to honor him. This song is entitled Tenma no Yoni, like a Pegasus. Today, fans of Suzuka can visit the Chugyo racecourse to honor and pay respects to his legacy, A racehorse who redefined Japanese horse racing and left behind a string of triumphant victories, personified in Uma Musume by a diligent Uma with a deep compassion for her friends and a drive to always give it her all. This was the story of Silent Suzuka, a career which ended abruptly, but would leave behind a legacy that would inspire future generations.
Yo, thank you so much for the raid. Yo, I didn't. This is supposed to be like I'm about to end soon, but thank you so much. Yo, Daruard, I'm going to say. Yo, thank you so much for the raid. Let me just give you a shout out here. I'm going to guess since this is I'm pretty sure this. Oh wait, is Keeper. Is are you a friend of Keeper? I was about to say, were you like you randomly just chose me because I play Uma Musume? Yo, you also play Uma Musume. Nice horsey game. Yes, I love Uma Musume. Dude, I've been addicted to this game for so long, bro. I don't know whether I will be streaming it consistently though. I prefer to just play it on my off time when I go to work and go back from work. Right, those are the times I do like playing it. But yeah, I just got my first tree blue spark. Holy shit! I don't even have that, dude. I'm so happy for you. Yo, also let me shout out Keeper too. I'm going to guess it is Keeper who sent you my way. Dude, I'm so sorry if I butchered the name. Dariard. No, don't worry, Keepa, you deserve it. Resident Evil 7, dude. I'm gonna play some Resident Evil 2 on like Halloween for the most part. I have never played a Resident Evil game ever, so I'm excited to try it out. Oh, what happened here? What happened to my my fucking guy? Hold on. I just moved a little bit to the left and decided to do that. He might have to put in good word. Oopsie. Thank you so much, Keeper. Yes, you. I knew it was gonna be. The moment I saw your name popped up in the chat, I was like, "Yep, you definitely the one who sent it to my way." But thank you so much for the both of you. You guys do truly. Please, anyone here who hasn't followed Keepa, please do so, and of course, follow our new friend here, Derard. Yo, thank you so much for the follow, Pixel Literate. That's a cool name. Yo, are you a streamer too, Pixel? Oh yeah, speaking of streamer, let me do this. Let me do you a solid here. There, Ward. Oh, thanks for the follow. I was about to do the same. Follow. Yo, I love that banner of yours. Horse girl, you love that horse girl. Holy shit. Oh, you're also a streamer? Hell yeah, let me follow you, dude. Can't wait to see both of your streams when I get the chance to. But yeah, thank you so much for the raid. But most likely I'm about to hop off. Right now it is 11 p.m. for me, and I do have work early in the morning. So, and especially it's been quite busy on work nowadays. So, been getting more and more tired. Don't worry about it. I didn't know you don't need to. You don't need to worry about it. I'm glad for the raid, but because I'm about to raid someone afterwards, I'm gonna raid someone before I head off. So thank you so much, though. Let's raid. Yeah, let the raid continue. Let's go. I need to find someone to raid though. What is up right now? Follow the crowd. Yes, follow the crowd. But yeah, I was like watching some more horse lore. And by the way, before I do leave and raid someone off, how do I say this? The story of Silent Suzuka is so inspiring and so tragic, though. Like the fact that the horse was injured right during mid race at full sprint, but did its best to not fall down because it wanted to protect the jockey, his partner, from falling as well, getting injured. So she decided, or I mean, I'm just gonna say she because it's just so much easier for me. But yo, thank you for so much for the follow, Aura Nix. And thank you for being the 200 follower, dude. I just hit a milestone. Thank you so much. You're the 200 follower, Hara Nix. Thank you so much for that. Are you a streamer, by the way? If you are, I will follow you. Yo, congrats. Thank you so much. Keeper means a lot to me. She mentioned in the her she mentions it in her in game race. I was like, oh no, her leg. Yes, I know, right? So, yo, follow goals. Yes, thank you so much for making me reach my follower goal 200. I'm finally at the 200 mark, baby. Let's go. Thank you so much, Ilya. But yeah, back to San Suzuka, dude. It's this the horse is so sweet. At 4 years old, no less. Okay, 4 year as a 4-year-old horse, decide to protect her precious jockey. Which, by the way, from what I know, she or yeah, I'm just saying she was very choosy or very rebellious with the jockeys that will race with her. So she's not very easy to work with. But she really trusted the jockey that was racing her this entire time, and the fact that she endured so much of that pain, like to make sure she doesn't fall down, to protect the jockey from getting like a bad injury was so fucking touching, man. It's goddamn. That's why I'm just saying right now, most animals have a hearts too. They're not like mindless as you guys think they are. I mean, I will say like lizard. I guess the lizard reptiles are kind of a little bit like that, but I think for the most part, like most animals are smart, more smart than you think. I mean, yeah, it's just a sad day. That's why I kind of want Saiyan Suzuka now. Like at first, I wasn't really interested in Saiyan Suzuka because I didn't know any of her lore. I just saw her design and you know it's a fine design, but not really what I'm into like design wise, right? But she knowing her lore, I want her in my team to be honest. And also the cool thing, by the way, the jockey after the race, right? I heard the jockey got super mega depressed after learning that she didn't survive. She was supposed to, she got euthanized, and yeah, and he felt regrets. He had like the survivor's guilt, basically. Well, like, felt like he let her down. So he was so depressed and quit racing for a while. But after after a year, he came back and won that race that he failed to win with Science Suzuka, and he won it with Special Week. So that's the reason why Special Week is like the main character who apparently in the anime are like always looks out for Science Suzuka because that was their wish, right? That was the wish of the jockey, and Science Suzuka is basically um being honored by Special Week by winning that race that she failed to like complete herself. So I'm really that's a very touching story. Like they went back, and then a new year with the new jockey with a new horse, Special Week to win that race that she never got to win. It really is such a good thing as well. I like a friendship between like humans and animals, to be honest. It's a really touching thing for sure. Yeah, they definitely are. And that's why I love fucking animals, dude. They're so good. Especially dogs. Dogs are my favorite animal, but dude, horses going increasing in my placement of like favorite animals for sure. I also like seals. There are seals. Seals are so good. I love watching those videos of like a bunch of animal rescuers who rescue seals by like getting rid of like litter, debris off them. Like like for example, some seals have like wires, some really annoying plastic wires on their necks, and it's slowly killing them and stuff like that. So I love that. Like, that gives me faith in humanity sometimes. When I want to have faith in humanity, I watch those videos. But yeah. But yeah, thanks so much, Bad and everyone, for all the cheers, as well as of course Oronix. Oh yeah, Oronix, are you a streamer? You know what? Let me just follow you since you are the 200 follower. Regardless, I'll just follow you regardless. But in any case, that is will be it for today. I need to get some sleep now. So I'm just going to raid you guys to someone. Let's see if we can find someone. Can I give you guys to? Um. Uh. hmm. Let's see. Maybe I should give you guys to someone who's also streaming. Musume. Unless you guys have a specific person you want to recommend. Do you guys have anyone specific that you guys want me to potentially like pass the torch on to? Let me just you know, check who's available for me. Let's see. My Twitch is being shitty. Oh, it's okay. It's okay, Oronix. Are you also streaming right now? If you are, I'll just pass it to you, you know. If not, I'm just trying to find someone I can pass this on to. Hmm. I want to prioritize with smaller. That's Lenny Honey, isn't it? If you have energy, I know someone who makes raids passwords when you give them one. Okay. Horns girl. Oh, don't worry. I think I found someone to raid. This person has 4 viewers right now, so let's give them a little boost. They're from Malaysian VTuber, so let's pay a visit to the neighbors. Oh, in any case, oh, they're doing a gold ship, base gold ship enjoyer. Dude, I love gold. Gold ship was my favorite at the beginning because this is the one who I learned the lore at first, but then once I learned more of the other horses lore, my favorite got changed, and so far Haruura is my favorite for sure, just for what she represents, you know. Gold Chip is yes, man. I fucking love. I still love Gold Chip, by the way. Gold Chip's so crack. I want to make a super crack Gold Chip. I already got her to win Ura final as well. Yo, you love Golchi too? Nice. We just can get along. We can get along for sure. I wish I had more space for my club because I did make my own Musume club, but well, it's already full, so I can't just like kick people out, you know. So that's a bit unfair to them if I kick people out just because I wanted my friends to get in, you know. So, maybe if I see some people like, how do I say, go inactive for like some days already, I'll kick them out. But you know, so far I have no reason to kick anyone who join in on their own volition. But anyway, that's it for today. Thank you so much for stopping by and saying hi. Again, thank you so much for making me reach my follower goal. It's really nice. I got to finally hit this goal. It's been so good. I don't know whether I'll do something to celebrate. We'll see. We'll see. But for now, see you guys next time. I don't know when I'll be streaming. Probably tomorrow. I might stream tomorrow. But I'm really excited for the Great History collab with my friend. Oh, speaking of which, I do need to talk to my friend after this. So I'm gonna go now. See you guys next time.